Checked. Stop recording. Stop recording. Checkbox checked. The clear checkmark. Press spacebar.
Good afternoon, YouTube. I want to welcome you to another video. And this video is going to be done a little differently, and quite frankly, most of my videos, now that I have a recording setup on this configured properly, I want to go ahead and kind of describe what we're going to be doing today. I have two phones next to me. I have a Galaxy S8 and a Galaxy S25. I will be demonstrating the differences between both phones itself and their screen readers to give you the best option as to what might work better for you. Now, this is not to take a dig against the iPhone users. If you do like your iPhone and you want to keep your iPhone, that is fine. I am about accessibility for technology and things that I find that work for me. I like to kind of demonstrate that. So today we're going to cover the Android accessibility side from a phone that runs the latest Android software to a phone that is also made by Samsung that runs the first version of their One UI software in Android 9 and has a completely different screen reader. Now, I could show you TalkBack from back then, but I don't have it installed. So we're just going to show you TalkBack from Android 15, which is the latest Android version. This comes with One UI 7.0. And then we're going to demonstrate the Android 9 One UI 1.0 on the Samsung Galaxy S8. Now, there are a few feature differences before we get into the demonstration. The first feature difference, and it's a major one compared to these two phones, is that the fingerprint sensor on the S25 is in the screen. Let me show you that. That's the S8, this is the S25. Turn up my... As you can tell, for a blind person, it's not conducive to find because it's in the screen. And so that's one thing I don't like about this particular phone. One thing that is good for the that's another thing I don't like about the S25 is that TalkBack, if you shut it up once, it reads the other thing because it just doesn't do that all that well. But what you can do is you can dismiss these like this. And if you didn't want to clear all of them manually, you can hit this button, and it clears all your notifications. So there's that. I just think TalkBack gives a little too much information. Now, we're going to go into more specifics on like reading things, how things read differently. Now, my S8 is going to have a completely different voice, but to make it fair, I'm going to change to the other Google TTS voice. You guys are going to hear a major difference. So this phone, let me kind of describe it here. It is smaller. I don't think you can hear it right now. But it is smaller, lighter in the hand. You have two buttons on the left side of the phone, and then you've got one on the right. Whereas the S25, it only has the two buttons on the right-hand side. And having a dedicated Bigsby button, which is the button below the volume rockers, does prove to be a lot better of a design than having your power button be your digital assistant or Bigsby button at the same time as wanting to power off the phone. I don't find that very conducive. I think it's kind of a pain in the backside, but that's what Samsung did, and that's what they continue to do, and I just think that it's better. The SA is a better design, smaller phone, works better, and you're going to see that here. Let me change the voice real quick. Okay, so it looks like this was updated, and I'm actually surprised. Yep. It got rid of the features down here at the bottom. I'm gonna hit this. I don't like the fact that it updated. Okay, so
Enter.
uh-oh. Okay, nothing happened.
Studio mode checkbox not checked. Stop recording checkbox checked. To clear checkmark, press spacebar.
Okay, we're not gonna uncheck that at the moment. So, this phone running Android 9 One UI 1.0. I don't know why it decided that it was going to update Google Text-to-Speech. I really think it shouldn't have, because I was going to show you the different sound quality, the quality, but it is what it is. But either way, uh, this is what it sounds like when it's up to date properly. Sounds a little better. Problem is now I have to restart the phone, and it's a pain. And that's the other thing I wanted to tell you. Restarting this thing is faster than restarting the S25. Let me demonstrate. On both, actually. So give me 2 seconds.
3:54 p.m. Device locked. Up. Unlocked.
So I'm gonna
Device unlocked. One UI home. Capital 1.
go to my
Play Store. Phone. Place settings.
settings here on this one.
Themes. Theme. Wallpaper. Lock screen. Security. Look. Safety. Account. Google. Advanced features.
Go in here.
Side button.
Side button.
Long press. On. Long press. Did. Not selected. Radio button. Power off menu. Not selected. Radio button. Bixby. 2 of 3. Double tap to activate. Not selected. Radio button. Power off menu. 3 of. Not selected. Selected.
Set it to that.
Recent apps. Settings. Settings closed. One UI.
All right.
Daily activity in pager.
Now I'm going to grab both these phones, and I want to show you the startup process on both. I'm going to tell both to restart here in a second. Restart my phone. Yes. And I'll tell you which one comes up first. That one restarted first. And then there's the S25. As we're waiting for this to start up. Oh, wow.
Unlock your phone to get app notifications.
That's surprising.
Keyboard hidden. Keyboard. 5 p.m. Sunday, March 23rd. Portrait view.
Okay, the 25 was actually was just slightly faster. Actually, that's surprising. But either way, the Bixby settings were slightly different on those two phones. The latest version of Bixby on my S25 allows me to actually have a custom voice, whereas on the S8 you cannot do that. There was a feature back in the S8 where you could actually set a... Okay, I am so sorry. I'm going to have to hope that didn't come through. It probably did. Oh well. This is why I will probably age restrict the video. Because of that thing right there. Anyway, so TalkBack voice versus voice assistant.
3:56 p.m. Use pin after restart. Pin unlock.
Okay.
Double 9 5 double 6 7 dot 3 dot maximum number of characters reached. Pin unlocked.
So that one's unlocked and works. This one.
3:57 p.m. 3:50 pin edit box 1 2 3 3 4 5 6 7 7 4 3 3 3. Okay button.
And then you have to press OK, which is stupid.
Device unlocked.
Can't change that on this one.
One UI home. Daily activity in pager.
So now that both are unlocked, I'm going to show you that Face ID on this one. Oops. How am I signed into Facebook? That's interesting. Anyway, so that's the Face ID on this one. This one was faster. How about this one? Slower. So, as you can tell, another thing I wanted to demonstrate with this is TalkBack will say this when it's plugged in to a charger.
Charging started, battery level 68%.
So that's that one. It's battery level. I don't like that, personally. What I do like, however, is what this phone says.
Selected.
Let me turn the screen off here.
Detected. Turned off.
Instead of screen off, it says screen turned off. Much better. Plug this in. What does it say?
Charging started. Battery power 79%.
Yeah, and so that's another nice thing with voice assistant is it doesn't go charging started, battery level, whatever, that quickly. It says charging started, battery power, whatever. So it pauses in between the charging started and then announcing the battery level or power, however you want to see it. Bixby somehow has an issue telling you what the battery of the device is, but that's no big deal. If you know how to navigate the status bar of an Android, you can find out pretty quickly. It does run Android 9. It is rather out of date, but it is my daily phone, and I like it. Again, TalkBack works. It's good, but I just find that some of its faster paced things are not for me. I like the slower paced voice assistant and the fact that I don't have to try to figure out what I'm doing. And on top of that, TalkBack you used to be able to adjust where the cursor was by the volume keys. You can't do that now. You have to use the screen, and it's annoying. So there's that. Voice Assistant allows you to use the volume keys to put yourself in at the beginning or end of a text field, whether it's in a text chat window or what have you. So there's that. Both phones can clear notifications. Quite good, actually. Again, as I said, the Galaxy S8 is 5 years outdated. Version-wise, it's 6 years. It's 6 versions back on One UI, and 7 major versions back. On the version itself, we being on Android 9, it's pretty far back. But again, it is a good phone. I like it. And if you want one, you can get them off Amazon. The one I have is about $99. After tax and everything, you'll be paying about $107. I found some others that were more expensive, but I was like, I don't need all that much storage on my phone, so I just got the 64 gig option, which is the one I have. If you have questions, comments, or you want to see other video ideas, please post them in
Disconnected from technology. Connection lost to Abdullah.zip TCP port 6003 UDP port 6003.
Please
Trying to reconnect to Abdullah.zip port.
leave them in the comment section below, and I will answer them as soon as I can. I want to thank you guys for watching, and if this is your first time running into the channel, and this is your first video you're watching, welcome. Again, if you're just joining me, this video was on the Galaxy S8
James on Lenovo left channel. James on Lenovo is
and Galaxy S25. The differences and somewhat similarities of TalkBack versus Voice Assistant. There's not much in the way of that. TalkBack sometimes talks a little too much, in my opinion. Voice Assistant does the right amount of information versus TalkBack. Again, if you're using Samsung Messages and Google TalkBack, it'll show you received person name message. That's a little too much information for me. Voice Assistant actually will tell me just the person's message, and then just basically the person name and then their message when I text them. Now it does read them twice. I don't know why. That's just been a thing in the older Samsung Messages updates. But I'll take that over what TalkBack does. Again, I'm just kind of putting out features that I've noticed. Fingerprint sensor on the S8 is in the back of the phone. More conducive for the blind that way. And again, the power button is the only button on the right-hand side of the phone, so you can't get confused. So there's that. And again, if you're just bumping into the channel and this is the first video you're watching, welcome. I will be posting more videos of accessibility, accessible technology, because that's what this channel is for, is accessible technology. If you have any video ideas, requests of things you want to see, put them in the comment section below. And if you like the content you see, please do hit the thumbs up button and turn on the bell icon for all notifications so you don't miss any uploads. And I meant to say all notifications. I do talk quite quickly, so I do apologize. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.